Hello everyone, welcome to PlayStation Access, and I'm here to talk about romance! Yes, that's right, video game boyfriends for everyone! Aw, what a cutie! Oh, I love him! Oh, my, look at that mustache! You strapping man, you!
Time to get romantic, yes indeed, that's for sure. The kick punch style remains very secure. Never pending, always the fast to make a move. This time we get down nice and smooth.
Oh yeah, right, the Friday feature. At least it's not just me with terrible timing when it comes to knuckling down on a romantic session. There are plenty of video game characters out there with not a care in the world when they've got courtship on their mind, leading to some pretty awkward encounters when you take a second to think about their surroundings. I guess the whole high-stakes nature of video game plots makes all these characters try and get their tonsil tennis in where they can. But still, read the room, guys! There's a time and a place. Prepare to get cring, as here are 7 romantic moments with the worst timing. Could we really start this list without a little visit to Heavy Rain? Heavy Rain, more like heavy petting, am I right? Even the horrible trail of death running through this game isn't enough to stop Ethan from getting cheeky with Madison at literally the worst time ever. After facing the shark trial, Madison finds Ethan in his hotel room and cozies on up to the distraught man in the hopes of a canoodle. That doesn't sound that bad, right? I mean, Shark Tale is a film about a fish. Surely it's just like that. Well, my friends, though they may sound similar, Shark Tale this is not. Let me tell you about the shark trial. Ethan is faced with the choice to kill a man to get a clue to his son's whereabouts, or let him live and potentially never see his son alive again. Either way, it's a bad and stressful time. But if you've just killed Brad Silver, taken pictures of his body on your mobile phone, and then done a load of sick because, oh my god, you've just killed a man, it definitely does not seem like a great moment for Madison's open mouth to be pushed right in your face. Ugh, get off him, Madison! Now is not the time! Ethan's got terrible vomit breath! Ugh, don't go there!
Oh, so I'm supposed to be watching Rob's desk right now, but does anything bad ever happen? No, it never does. Guard duty is so boring.
Our guy Luke in The Walking Dead Season 2 gets it, but geez man, pick your moments. Assigned as the one to watch over camp in case the undead come shambling over, he abandons his post without anyone realising. It's only when the walkers start pouring in that people clock that something's not right.
Now, trust me, I'm all up for sneaking off to grab some chips or look at soothing pictures of soft animals for a while, but come on, Luke, there's a zombie apocalypse on and a heavily pregnant woman about to give birth at any second.
Speaking of which, of course it's when Luke is away that Rebecca goes into labour. After gathering the group, Clem, our young protagonist and general tiny sweetheart, is the first to find Luke bunking off, and he's not alone. Sat looking sheepish with Jane, it's pretty clear what the pair have been up to away from the rest of the group. Talk of feeling human is great and all, guys, but you won't be feeling that for long when a walker comes and bites you on the arse when you're not paying attention.
Rebecca should be example enough to keep it PG.
If there's one thing horror has proven time and time again, it is that the imminent threat of death makes everyone desperate. And I don't mean desperate for escape, I mean desperate for some sweet, sweet loving. Ooh. Classic slashers have boiled this formula down to a fine art with their massacre of amorous teens in very badly timed twists. So it's only natural that the Dark Pictures anthology, a homage to horror in all its trope-heavy glory, brought along a healthy dose of why the hell are you doing this right now romance in House of Ashes. Hang on a second, the audacity to do so in my house? Can't believe these people. Lieutenant Officer Eric, for some reason, thinks it's time to reconcile his relationship with estranged wife and CIA field officer Rachel when the pair end up working together on a mission. Great, perfect. Maybe have a proper chat before you leave? No? No. Eric decides that the perfect time to hash out their marital issues is whilst they're 144 feet below surface level, trapped in an ancient Akkadian temple, and on the run from soldiers. Oh, and they're also being hunted by bloodthirsty vampires and a big toothy zombie. But you know, Rachel's kissed someone else and Eric has priorities.
Okay, well, this is a little awkward.
Remember, Eric, knives over wives, especially in this situation.
For this entry, imagine you're trapped inside a derelict starship, cast adrift in the vast reaches of outer space. It's cold, it's dark, there's no gravity because you're conserving fuel. Time for some romance! Yes, I've explored all the awkward timing of having your mum walk in on you while watching this sensitive, bittersweet moment in space that Final Fantasy VIII delivers so perfectly, but this time I'm just talking about the actual bad timing of Squall and Renoa's deep conversation. They've also just been running around killing a bunch of colour-coded aliens, so surely the most sensible thing to do at this point is sleep. If we look past the whole Renoa nearly dying while she's abandoned in space and the pair getting up close and personal on a ship that isn't even theirs, by the way, the main problem with the timing here is Renoa isn't what Squall thinks she is. She's been transformed into a sorceress, which, while that actually sounds very cool, is definitely a bad thing in the world of Final Fantasy VIII. One ignites an actual war fought by actual school children, one tries to make a bunch of monsters fall off the moon, and one tries to break time itself, so you can understand the worry. And sure enough, just as Squall and Renoa start to hit things off, a wedge is driven between them thanks to Renoa's urgent need to be frozen inside a tomb forever, just in case she ends up destroying the entire world. Every time.
Sometimes it doesn't matter what time it is, you have to let those you care about know how you feel. So here goes. My love, you are perfect. Your wonderful smooth forehead, your feathered eyebrows, your laugh that sounds like birds singing in the sky whenever you go, "Rah! Embryo, give me your potion of love." Back to the Friday feature though. Persona 5 Strikers contains a healthy dose of the feels from the iconic, ever-memorable character of the cheerful announcer. Anyway, as he throws himself to his knees and professes his love to Alice. Sounds a little awkward, right? Then remember, he's got a studio audience, he's live on air, and he's hosting the show with his fiancée. Manipulated by the tricksy Alice, the poor man is mesmerised and under her influence, forced into a romantic gesture he doesn't actually believe in. I can't really say there's any great time for that to happen, but this really does feel like the worst possible outcome for both his career and relationship all in one go. I mean, his fiancée is right there! At least he's still got his health! Oh no, wait, hang on, Alice is controlling his heart too. Never mind.
Bugsnax on the surface seems like a bunch of furry creatures endlessly gorging themselves on insects with faces. And it is absolutely that. But it's also got a whole bunch of love in it too. From Gramble and Wiggle embarking on a journey of understanding, to Triffany and Wambus rekindling their rocky marriage, to Chandler and Snorpy mastering the art of communication. It's a cute exploration of all things good and bad in relationships through the lens of a terrible, ravenous existential crisis. Is there any other kind? As relatable as Bugsnax is though, I don't think many people have to face the issue of amalgamating with their partner to get their happily ever after. Ew. And that's exactly what happens to Eggabell and Lisbeth when they reunite in the Undersnacks at the climax of the game. Lisbeth, now overtaken by Bugsnax after the parasitic organisms, yes, Bugsnax are parasites, crammed themselves in her mouth and transformed her into a giant hulking monster, is joined by an all too enthusiastic Eggabell who doesn't want to leave her lover behind. Literally, that two become one song, not like this. It's the end of the world as these grumpuses know it, and these pair are making out as two separate heads on a fast food chimera. Time is of the essence here, ladies. The snackpocalypse is upon us and we're about to be turned into sentient bungers if we don't get off Snacktooth Island fast. Lisbeth needs to get a handle on her mouth. All it does is cause issues.
We're finishing up with something that's a little less ridiculously awkward, for us the player at least, but probably takes the Biscuit as the most ill-timed romantic moment of them all. So ill-timed, in fact, it breaks time itself.
I'm talking about 12 Minutes, the game that hinges on a romantic moment forever scuppered by the arrival of a criminal intent on robbing you and killing your wife. But first things first, you play this game as a man meeting his partner at home, and she's prepared an oh so lovely surprise. One candlelit dinner consisting of only dessert later, and she's telling you it's because she's pregnant. Surely nothing can ruin this wholesome moment.
Well, if you pick the positive dialogue response, that is.
It's then, in the middle of what should be a romantic dance as the two of you celebrate a milestone in your relationship, that Willem Dafoe busts in and zip ties everyone up. Can't you see we're in the middle of something here, Willem? It brings a whole new meaning to terrible timing, having this happen again and again and again, and you get the point, in the same 12-minute time loop as the game goes on. And that ending! This whole deal shouldn't even be happening in the first place.
That's what you get for breaking the space-time continuum with being relentlessly awful.
And they say romance is dead. Pah! It's just running late is all. What other dreadfully timed romantic moments belong on this list? Let us know in the comments below. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and hit that notification bell so that you always stay up to date with the world of PlayStation. Thank you all so much for watching.
PlayStation